What did he say about where the massages were?
Well, he told me his father was massaging his dick.
Jose Menendez was born on May 6, 1944, in Cuba during an era where the macho mentality was celebrated, even worshipped. In Jose's family, being tough wasn't just encouraged, it was the standard. So, from a young age, Jose learned that to get what he wanted, he had to be dominant even if it meant stepping on others. And let's be real, he didn't hesitate to do that. In fact, people around him started to notice, not for his charm, but for his cutthroat attitude. He was building a reputation, and not the friendly kind. Now, you might ask, didn't anyone try to check his behavior? Back then, aggression was considered a mark of strength, not a red flag. So when Jose was overly assertive, nobody batted an eye. It was practically encouraged. Then, the 1950s hit, and Cuba was plunged into revolution. Jose's family knew their lives in Cuba were over, so they decided to make a fresh start in America. And Jose? He jumped right into American high school life, using his athleticism to secure a sports scholarship in Illinois. But folks, we're just scratching the surface here. Things are about to get even darker. Enter the one woman who could get close to Jose, Kitty Anderson. Jose was barely 19 when he met Kitty at college in Illinois, and she was 20 to older, experienced, and no stranger to ambition herself. It was a whirlwind romance, the kind that sets sparks flying. But of course, their families had their reservations. These two were young, ambitious, and intense. Isn't this moving a little too fast? Their families thought, but Jose and Kitty didn't care. They tied the knot, and by the time Kitty graduated in 1964, they were ready to start their life together in New York. Kitty took up teaching, and Jose was grinding his way through an accounting degree. It sounds like a classic young couple in love, building a future type of story. But in reality, they were stepping into something far from ordinary. Now here's where Jose's drive for power kicks into full throttle. From washing dishes to climbing the corporate ladder, Jose wasn't just working his way up, he was bulldozing through it. By the 1980s, he'd made it to RCA Records, where he wasn't just signing artists. He was securing contracts with big names like Duran Duran and Menudo. Jose was amassing a fortune, but he wasn't satisfied. He wanted influence, authority, and control. So he made a move into the film industry, expanding his reach even further. To outsiders, it was a classic rags to riches story, but at home, life was anything but glamorous. In pursuit of the ultimate American dream, Jose moved his family to Beverly Hills, Los Angeles. They had everything money could buy, but inside those walls, Jose was setting up a completely different empire, one built on control and fear. He didn't just guide his sons, Lyle and Erik, he dictated every detail of their lives. Their food, their friends, their clothes, and even their relationships were all under his command. Some people might wonder, maybe he just wanted the best for them. No, Jose's level of control was far from healthy. He believed in a level of perfection that suffocated everyone around him. This wasn't fatherly guidance, it was total domination. He was determined to mold his sons into his vision of success, but at a cost that would make their lives unbearable. And here's where things take a disturbing turn. Years after his death, Lyle and Erik would reveal that Jose's control went beyond mere rules and discipline. They accused him of intense physical and sexual abuse that lasted for years. They claimed that Jose enforced extreme punishments and kept them silent about the trauma. And the shock doesn't stop there. According to both brothers, Kitty knew about the abuse, but chose to ignore it. Can you even begin to imagine the kind of nightmare they were living in? Now, some might question, were these just accusations? But during the trial, evidence came forward that gave weight to their claims. Medical records showed signs of abuse, and testimonies from relatives and therapists painted a dark picture. Even Roy Rosello, a former member of Menudo, alleged that Jose had abused him during their time at RCA. This story isn't just dark, it's horrifying. It's one of those cases that rips apart the idea of a perfect family and exposes the brutal reality underneath. So what's your verdict on Jose Menendez? Was he a product of his environment, a man shaped by a culture of dominance? Or was there something darker lurking within him all along? No matter where you stand, one thing's for sure: the Menendez case shattered the illusion of the perfect family and forced us to confront the grim realities of power, wealth, and control. If this deep dive made you think twice about family dynamics and ambition, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories like this. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know what you think about this case.